Time for a Victorian themed photography workshop. Check it out. So here I am at Insole Court. We're doing a workshop today, me and Jenny Giles of Jenny Giles Photography, and it's a Victorian themed shoot. We've got models and costumes that we've got from Script to Screen Costume Hire, and we have this amazing location here, Insole Court. So we're in the library or the reading room right now. Actually, yeah, it's not the library, it's the reading room. But check it out, you've got all these nice books here, period stuff. You've got this nice fireplace. And yeah, so we're doing a combination. She specializes in ambient light and I do my off-camera flash work. So we're doing a combo of the two. I'll probably do ambient light as well throughout the day. But we're here all day. We've got several different rooms to work with. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty epic. Hope you enjoy this video. Check it out. Yeah, you can see what it's doing. Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah. Just a bit of fill there.
Cheese and rice.
Nice. Yeah. So for this light setup, I've got my Pixapro Hybrid 360 set to 1/8 power. I've got this nice sort of octabox, which is a collapsible umbrella setup, which I'm trying kind of like for the first time today on a proper shoot. And I've got it on my boom stand, nice and high, with a grid on it, because I want to kind of like control the lights so there's a bit more of a spotlight effect rather than just soft spread everywhere. And yeah, the models are going to stand by there, and then in the distance behind them, I've just got another speed light in a strip light that's just basically lighting up a bit behind them on the bookcase. So kind of straightforward two-light setup, but we're there posing and the costumes and stuff, and it really does give a nice look to these shots. So yeah, happy days. This time, if you place a hand on her hip, there, and you just put your hand by there. Is that alright? Just yeah, nice. So Tom, if you do what you do, you're just looking off there, looking over into the garden. So you just look there, yeah, and that's it, and you look at the camera. So I've got my flash here, which is a more powerful flash than these little speed lights that you see. So basically, I've got often, if you're starting out in off-camera flash, you might not want to spend a ton of money on stuff. You might not like it or get on with it and stuff. So I have these speed lights. They're battered now. I need to upgrade them. Nice. But everyone's seen these. Yeah. But the key is to get it off your camera to get really good shots and stuff, to get some nice off-camera flash. And you can stick it on a cheap stand if you look at the stand behind you. Get a little bracket and stuff, and then away you go with your off-camera flash. But what I have here is a RoundFlash strip light. The reason I like these is because I can do this. It folds away, and I can just chuck it in my bag, and I can just stick two of them, whatever, and then I can stick a stand on my bag as well. I've got a portable studio, essentially. So what I've done, I've got one here in the back, because I thought, as I'm going to stand by here, there'll be a lot of shadow over here, so I thought if I can just put a bit of fill light behind them, just a little bit, as they're doing that. So the way I've got it set up is that when our flash fires, they've got a little infrared sensor on the front, so that is going to trigger that thing. So I've got that, it's called slave mode, because it's a slave to that stuff. So it's very simple. That one's set to 1/8 power, and this one is 1/16, but the thing is, that's got a lot more kick than that, so those numbers don't really mean too much or whatever. But essentially, as this is your key light, I tend to have this one more powerful than that one. Jess. So if you just look at Jess and you just look down the lens, so you're looking like down your shoulder, down into the lens, right? And you, yeah. This I just get one of those. That's greatness. That is greatness. Very good. Very good. That's it. So this is a bit more of a complex setup. I've got Jess inside, and then we've got John outside. So he's obviously being lit by the sun, and it's very bright outside. So basically, I've exposed the shot. You expose the shot for him, and then with a flash, you light inside Jess. So it's kind of like shooting outside, I suppose. But it's a bit of a challenge. So this is the library at Insole Court, and it is a pretty awesome room, to be fair. All the nice gilded ceiling here, and the nice big window to work with. So yeah, this is awesome. So, it's lunchtime now, and all the others have gone to get some food, but me and Tom have spotted a room in Insole Court which is pretty thick, and it's got a nice desk and props and stuff, so I thought, why not grab a shot right now? So that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, happy days. Probably like a wine glass. So, quick explanation, I'm using my hybrid 360 by Pixapro and a Pixapro Octabox with a grid on it to get a nice control of my light. I'm shooting at 100. 100, that sounds so... Why is my mind gone blank? F4.5, 100th of a second shutter speed and ISO 125. And I've set my flash to 1/8. So, yeah. So there we go, hope you like those shots. Whoa, sorry. We've come to the back of the house, got really nice grounds, a garden. Sun's sort of lower in the sky, still quite high, mind. But we thought we'd just do some ambient light now just to finish the shoot, because it's quicker than messing around with the speed light and the flash and all that stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, tilt your head a little bit, John, to the...
That's a bit, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Oh, I heard the crap bags, I love it.
Basically, and a little bit more. I will fire when you get to the edge of this rock. Right?
So you got to keep going, keep coming towards us then. Stop before the light,
Just be careful you don't hit this, alright? Don't catch yourself. Okay, 3, 2, 1, ready when you are. So here I am with Jenny. We've just essentially finished our workshop. It's the second day today, so there's been some editing going on of the pictures yesterday. Editing day. Yeah, I just thought we can have a quick chat about, you know, this workshop and Jenny and the kind of photography she does and stuff. So here we go. So Jen, tell me about the kind of photography you usually do. And you'll have to excuse noise of cars.
Should we wait for the car a minute? Should we?
No. Let's
just keep going. Just roll with it. Okay.
It's live.
So I love to do, well, children and babies and families and capturing the sort of natural essence of things for a living. That's what I do. I capture people's memories and yeah, working with children and babies, and I'm loud and stupid, and that's great. So this sort of thing is totally from a selfish standpoint, that I love being creative and I love getting people together, like-minded people that enjoy the same sort of stuff, and just shooting something for me, really, and obviously other people seem to enjoy it as well.
Indeed.
But, yeah, we get to be a bit creative, look for cool outfits, use beautiful places, so yeah, it's good.
But your kind of photography is all ambient light. Generally.
It is,
so,
yeah.
You know, the shooting here in Insole Court, it was there's a lot of dark rooms really and stuff, so it presents its own kind of challenges. But so how to tell us about how I got involved with this shoot and why? Yeah,
so I'd organised this shoot. We knew we were going to be doing it. We knew the location. We came and did some sample pictures. I love natural ambient lighting, or using sort of I don't know, like LED packs and reflectors and things eventually. But ultimately, my shots that I've got that I really love from the day are just using what's coming in with a couple of reflectors, perhaps. But we sort of thought that although I love that, a lot of other people do want to know more about off-camera flash, and there's a lot that it can be used. Although I've got a studio currently, it's not necessarily something that I know about. Studio flash is just, there they are. It's not very creative, they're just as they are. So we wanted Rahim to come along to have a little go at showing us how you can light things differently, and it's really interesting. I really found it fab to be able to see from my own point of view, running a business in photography, it's completely different aspects. So yeah, I loved it, and I've got a couple of shots that are lit with flash and I like them.
Boom, happy days. I will say, honestly, the ambient light shots though, they look amazing, you know what I mean? So there is a lot to be said for both.
Yeah.
You know, they're completely different
There's
looks.
no right or wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, the downside to using flash often is that it just slows everything down, you know, especially on a workshop stuff where you only got a room for like an hour or whatever, and you want to hit
lots
certain
of people
looks
as well. Yeah.
So, but you know, it's pros and cons for both kind of stuff, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, and so what's happening today?
Today we're doing an editing day. So I'm not claiming to know everything. All I am doing is telling them how I do it. I've got a very sort of distinctive style, I would say, in how I like to edit my pictures. I like dark edges and light middles and like vignetting queen over here, you know, but that's my sort of style. I'll do some Lightroom stuff, then I'll open it in Photoshop and then I'll bring it back to Lightroom. So I'm just showing them what I do. We've got people on the course who have absolutely no experience with Photoshop really at all. They are literally busting out laptops borrowed from people and trying it that way. But yeah, they're finding it all right, I think, and we're just going through. We wanted to tell a story with this workshop. We wanted to have a little bit of a cheesy theme going on. So yeah, I think that I've got enough pictures then that I can put them all together to tell that sort of story of the three of them, really, from that standpoint. But yeah, we're just editing and we've just had a nice bit of dinner, and then everyone's just sitting around and asking questions, and we're all helping each other out, really, and mingling together.
It's more chill today.
Oh, proper chill today.
No sweating going on.
No, lots of cups of tea and cake.
So finally then, if you were to do another workshop, what would you have? You know, you mentioned something earlier, so what would you do if you had one?
Well, next. For the last, I don't know, year and a half, myself and Gemma, who works with me, have been hankering. We literally had it penciled in, but we just didn't do it in time, to have a train. It's going to happen. You're coming on board?
An actual choo-choo train.
An actual train that you can hire it for the day. You get to go on it. There's literally a driver. A driver? Is that the thing for a train?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. A driver. Conductor. No? No,
whatever
it is. I digress. We're going to have one of them. I don't know. We're going to have one of them, and it literally goes up and down the track. We're thinking we could do, because I work with children ultimately, and I love children, and I want to help the kids be imaginative and creative and all that sort of stuff. So we're kind of thinking Polar Express inspired, because obviously you can't copy it, but we could do that. But also, because you've got a train, you could do similar era World War sort of things, pictures of couples coming on and off, kissing through the window, beautiful ambient lighting inside, because that's my thing. You could probably use flash. But yeah, so that's next. We've got it lined up. Know some people, know a train. So yeah, that'll be next, I think.
So look out for those shots. One day.
Definitely.
So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video and this little behind the scenes look of our Victorian themed, like a costume workshop. And yeah, and if you did, you know the usual, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Happy days.
Bye.